Students, counselors, families, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us for the Virginia VACRAO Virtual College Fair. This is a college fair for all Virginia students. We are thrilled that you're joining us for today. My name is Zach and I'm your facilitator, and I'm going to cover a few housekeeping items before we begin with our first institution. First and foremost, you're encouraged to ask questions of your presenters at any point, and you can do so via the Q&A button that you see on your screen. When you send in the question, it gets sent to all of our presenters, and they will work to answer the question during the session and at the conclusion of the session as well. The questions get sent just to our panelists, and they will type their responses through the duration of the session. Your cameras and your microphones are turned off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. So any questions you have, type them in through the Q&A. This is hour 2 of a 3-hour virtual college fair. So we encourage you to go to strivescan.com/Virginia to check out the sessions next hour, but also to check out this recording and all of the recordings from today's college fair. When you submit questions, you may submit generally. Tell me about your bio program, or you may submit specific to an institution. Hey, University of Tampa, tell me about your basketball program. Make sure if you want to at a specific institution, do so in your question. Otherwise, all of the colleges will respond. We are in session B3. So this is the order: Lincoln Memorial, South Dakota Mines, Catawba College, the University of Tampa, Bridgewater College, and Mississippi State University. Lincoln Memorial, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as Carly does, a reminder, students, counselors, use that Q&A. Send in your questions at any point to our college representatives. Carly, everything looks great. Go ahead and take it away.
All right. Hey, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. So my name is Carly Adams. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor at Lincoln Memorial University. So this is where I've got it highlighted right here in red. This is where we're located in Harrogate, Tennessee. We are a Division II university, founded in 1897. Our enrollment, it says, you can see right here, it says almost 5,000 students. That number right there includes our graduate, undergraduate, and professional students. So we have about 2,000 students just in our undergraduate program, and the rest of that is all going to be graduate and professional. Our average class size here at LMU is about 14. So our faculty to student ratio is 14:1, which means you're going to get to create a great relationship with your professor when you're here in class. You know, they get to know you, which is great. Let me see if I can, there we go. So we are an accredited university. We have a pretty high accreditation through SACS here. We're also extremely affordable. So 90% of our undergraduate students receive some kind of financial aid, financial assistance. We have a scholarship that we give out here in the admissions department, just, you know, in our department specifically. But we also have a numerous amount of endowed scholarships. We accept all outside scholarships. If you're from Kentucky or the surrounding area, we do accept Keys money and all of that. We were voted the safest campus in America by alarms.com. So these are some of our associate degree programs, which is our 2 to 3 year programs here. Here's all of our bachelor degree programs. So if you'll notice, a lot of these programs have a little asterisk next to it. All of those programs that you see with the asterisk, you can also complete a teacher certification in that program. So one of the really neat things about LMU is you can come here and get your bachelor's degree, then you can come here and you can stay here, get your master's degree in the field that you've chosen, and then also move into a doctoral degree or professional program. So you can go all the way from your undergraduate bachelor's through your doctoral degree here at LMU. We do have programs for some of our undergraduates that lead straight into our professional degrees. So we have a 3+3 program. And if you apply and get accepted into that program, you are automatically guaranteed a seat in the professional school that you have applied for. Guaranteed acceptance for us for undergraduate is 3.2 GPA, 19 composite on your ACT, and 10/10 on your SAT. Now, with that being said, we do have, where that's just your guaranteed acceptance. We do have a review board. So anybody under that, just because you're under that, you don't think, oh, I can't get in there. Still apply and send your stuff in, because we have a review board that will check out all of your stuff and and you still have an opportunity to get in. So this is that scholarship that I was talking about from just inside our admissions department. Based on your ACT and your GPA out of high school, we get to put those two numbers together and get a third number that puts you in one of these categories, and we get to award you some money based on that number that we get. So applying to LMU online, there is no application fee if you apply online. If you go to our website, you'll see right here it says apply. Click that button and it'll take you right into the portal. Pretty easy process. And again, like I said, there's no application fee for our online application, so it doesn't hurt to apply. So you're going to fill out all of your information here, click submit, and then once you submit, make sure that you guys are sending your high school transcripts, any dual enrollment that you've done, even if it's just one class, make sure you're sending in your AP scores also, and your ACT or SAT. Now, also, I will mention that we are test optional for the fall of 2021. Fall of 2022, we have not confirmed yet whether or not we are test optional, but for this fall, we are test optional, which means if you did not get to take an ACT or SAT due to COVID, we can assign you a test score based on your GPA. This is a little bit about some of the stuff we have going on at the university. We have lots of student clubs and organizations. Like I mentioned right at the beginning of my PowerPoint, we are a Division II in the SAC conference. Our basketball team actually just went to the Final Four for Division II. So, you know, athletics here is pretty big. There's always stuff going on. We do have a student fitness center. We have Greek life. And anything you see on here, if you don't see something that's for you, we do have a program where you can go in, fill out, you know, some paperwork and get a club or organization started that you want to see on campus and get other students involved in. Here's my contact information. So the top, that's me, Carly Adams, and then I have our main admissions line also. That admissions@lmunet.edu is where you can send your transcripts electronically. And give us a call if you have any questions, send me an email. And we would be happy to get you the information that you need. Thanks, guys.
Great. Thank you so much, Carly, for sharing that information. And we're going from Tennessee over to South Dakota. So Jerry, go ahead and grab screen share from me. Next up is South Dakota Mines. And as Jerry grabs screen share, a reminder, send in your questions. You do not need to wait for a specific institution to be presenting to ask your questions. And Jerry, everything looks great. Go ahead and take it away.
Hey, good evening. My name is Jerry Jardine. I'm an alumni of South Dakota School of Mines. I live locally here in Virginia, represent South Dakota School of Mines in Virginia. South Dakota School of Mines is located in Rapid City, South Dakota, which is at the foot of the Black Hills. The Black Hills are an area of 60 miles wide, 100 miles long, are rugged mountains, the highest points east of the Rockies. 9,500 feet in many places, home of Mount Rushmore. So if a person is into hiking, camping, mountain climbing, skiing, this is right in your backyard. So where is South Dakota School of Mines in Rapid City? Well, it's 1,600 miles straight west of DC, so 24-hour drive. Or you can fly via Minneapolis, Denver, or Chicago on United, Delta, or American. We have total enrollment of 2,500 students, about 500 per class and 400 graduate students. Our student to faculty ratio is 15 to 1. We are represented in from 14 different states and 28 different countries. I might also mention that we are open. We've been open throughout the entire COVID time period, attending in person with the exception of large lecture halls, which are virtual. We are a STEM college. We offer 10 degrees in engineering, 10 degrees in sciences. The three largest engineering degrees would be mechanical engineering, computer engineering, and chemical engineering, with biomedical the fastest growing. Chemistry, math, and computer sciences would be the three largest areas in the science profession. I might also mention that you can get graduate programs in each and every one of those programs. Our claim to fame is our placement of our graduates. Our people get jobs. Normally, we're 98 or 99% placement of our graduates. This year with COVID, it dropped a couple points. We were 96%. Our average starting salary was $66,500 this past year. Our graduates found work in 38 different states with over 200 different employers. Our total out-of-state non-resident cost is a total of $26,000 all in, room, board, books, tuition. If you couple that with your starting salary and look at the lower left-hand corner, College VACRAO has ranked South Dakota School of Mines in the top 1% on return on investment. We have 2 job fairs at South Dakota School of Mines, which really assists in job placement. One in the fall, one in the spring. We have well over 225 companies that come at each of those job fairs. Large companies like Tesla, Amazon, Disney, Caterpillar, John Deere, 3M, they're all there. The other thing, they're not only there to interview seniors, but they're also there to interview freshmen, sophomores, and juniors for internships. And last year, we had interns that went to work in 33 different states with 184 different employers. As a freshman, sophomore, you must live on campus. As a junior, senior, you can do what you wish, but there is plenty of residence halls for living on campus if that's what you want to do for the whole 4 years. We have plenty of support services. If you're not sure of what career you want, we'll help you decide. We have tutoring sessions. We have counseling services, health centers, diversity and inclusion, and networking for our women in sciences across the country. We are Division II in athletics. We have all your major sports. We have plenty of intramural clubs, both fraternities and sororities, your honor societies. We do have ROTC program through the Corps of Engineers. We have plenty of merit-based scholarships. If you have an SAT score of 1400, you're going to probably qualify for the $5,000, $6,000, or $8,000 scholarship. You couple that with the total pretty low cost that we already have right now, and you can bring that total cost per year down to under $20,000 a year. These are 4-year programs as well, so long as you keep a 3.0. So what's our next step? We do need your high school transcripts. We want your SAT scores. Typical SAT scores at our college, the average is about 1280. Average ACT is about 27. If you submit your application, the deadline for scholarships application is January in 2022. So you'll want to make sure you would get your application in and be accepted by then so that you could apply for scholarships. This is the address for our website, www.sdsmt.edu. And in conclusion, our claim to fame, again, is our graduates get jobs. Again, our placement was 96% this past year with COVID. The average starting salary was over $66,000. And the other part of that whole equation is you just are not going to rack up a lot of debt when you go to South Dakota School of Mines, and you'll come out with a job. Good luck to you, and hope to see you at Mines. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much, Jerry, for sharing that great information on your institution. Reminder, students, this is the order. We're in session B3. So next up, we've got Catawba College. Dr. Nance, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And while you do, a reminder to the students, use that Q&A, send in your questions of the institutions throughout the session. You do not need to wait for your institution to send in your questions. And go ahead and take it away. You're on mute.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. I am Dr. Ty Nance, Senior Director of Admissions at Catawba College, and very pleased to welcome and introduce you to our college. Let's go ahead and get started. So of course, being a small private liberal arts college located in Salisbury, North Carolina, we are just about 35 miles from the Queen City, the capital of North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. We have approximately 1,300 students on campus, very, very vibrant, lively campus life. as 84% of our first year students do reside on campus. And we have students representing at least 33 states and 19 countries across the world. So our campus is very diverse, and we're very proud of the diversity that our campus has at this time. These are our different colleges in terms of majors from which one could select. School of Arts and Sciences, Business, Education, as well as Health Sciences and Human Performance, as well as Performing Arts. So of course, if students have those actor or music production aspirations, a student could earn a degree in those fields. However, certainly someone who is in a math program might have a few acting or film aspirations, so you can actually participate if you are just wanting to do it as a hobby. We also have students who may be undecided and may want to customize a major. We also provide those types of opportunities as well. Our class size is about 13 students to one instructor, 12 to 13. So again, very, very small, intimate, kind of getting to know your professor, even at times when you might not want to. We are a Division II campus, meaning we offer athletics ranging from the common sports teams, basketball, baseball, softball, but we also offer lacrosse and swimming and golf and some of those additional athletic opportunities that maybe some colleges are not able to offer. So we're very proud of that as well. We have 40 or more clubs and organizations. For those of us who have specific hobbies or interests, chances are there are several or many students on campus that share those as well. The Catawba impact. Now, of course, when you are a college student, it is your duty to change, to transform, and to have certain experiences. So we find it very important that we provide students not only those traditional liberal arts experiences, but we also have a very strong vocational focus. So we think it's important for students to participate in research and creativity. So 72% of our students do participate in some form of academics that allows them to participate in research opportunities and express creativity. 50% of our students travel either domestically or internationally during their time at Catawba, and 72% of our students either volunteer in the Salisbury community or the surrounding area. 82% of our students participate in internships as well as practicums. So with volunteering, internships, practicums, research, and creativity, we're utilizing all of those aspects to develop a very well-rounded Catawba graduate. And speaking of Catawba graduates, we have a program that is designed to support students as they transition from college student to graduate. 98.5% of our graduates had a job within their first year of graduation, or they were enrolled in grad school. Those are some rates from our 2019 school year. And of course, if you were to attend Catawba, you would experience the same type of success. 100% of our students, freshmen and transfers, receive some type of financial aid, and we offer financial aid that will allow students to gain additional funding with their merit, with their talent, and of course, through the FAFSA, students are offered financial aid scholarships, opportunities based on need. Our tuition is $42,526. And these are just some of the ways that students are able to afford that tuition. We offer departmental scholarships of various amounts, ranging anywhere from $2,500 all the way up to full tuition scholarships, especially in our environmental science programs. We offer a very prestigious scholarship on a yearly basis. It's called the Socratic Scholarship of Academic Distinction, and it is a competition in which one student is selected to earn a full tuition scholarship to Catawba. The Spirit of Catawba Scholarship competition is also a full tuition scholarship. and it is based on everything except academics. As you can see, Socratic is based on a 4.0 GPA weighted and a 3.5 GPA unweighted. On the contrary, the Spirit of Catawba Scholarship is based on students, or based on our campus values of culture, scholarship, and service. So if you are a person who has created a business or has some type of program that is community-based, then those are the types of stories that we want to allow you to be able to tell and earn that scholarship. Thank you all so much. I truly appreciate having the opportunity. If you're interested in Catawba, go to this website here, www.catawba.edu, or on Common App.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Nance, for sharing that information on Catawba. That's great stuff. We are in session B3. Next up, we have the University of Tampa. Madison, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as Madison does that, a reminder, send in those questions, use that Q&A, and chat with your admissions friends here. Go ahead and take it away, Madison.
All right, hopefully everyone can see the screen looks okay. I'm working
looks
with
good.
one. Okay, great. So my name is Madison McGlone, and I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor here at the University of Tampa. The University of Tampa is located right in the heart of downtown Tampa. We're a medium-sized school with about 9,600 students, 1,000 of which are enrolled in our graduate school programs. We're a liberal arts university with a wide variety of offering, and we're also a private independent institution. Our tuition is the same no matter where you're coming from, and we do not have any political or religious affiliations. This is our campus here, the building where my office actually is, Plant Hall, our historic building on campus, actually built in 1891. It was originally used as a hotel. And then you can see the city skyline behind. If you're unfamiliar with the Tampa area, it's a really fast growing city right now. Currently, I believe it's 7th fastest in the country. There's plenty to do, whether it's some of the best beaches in the country, which are only a short drive from our campus, sporting games, amusement parks, aquariums, cultural events, etc. So we like to talk a little bit about what's been going on in the city when speaking with our prospective students. And it's hard to not think about what's been going on with the city without mentioning us hosting the Super Bowl, recently winning the Super Bowl, as well as the Stanley Cup. So it's definitely been an exciting time to be here in Tampa. A little bit more about our campus, though, and less about the city at large. Our students really have the best of both worlds. So often I get asked, well, what makes your school unique? And you might, if you're looking at other schools in other urban areas, you might be spread kind of throughout the city at large. But here, our students have both access to a thriving downtown area, but also a traditional college campus. So they really feel like they have a home base to come back to. Our buildings are not spread throughout the city. They're all within walking distance from one another on our main campus. And there's no major roads that cut through our campus as well. We're also the only school within the heart of downtown, even though there are some schools in the Tampa Bay area at large, but our students are really the only ones in city center. So they get first access to all of these internship, job, and entertainment offerings. Another great thing about the University of Tampa is we're extremely diverse in terms of where our students are coming from. So we have all 50 states represented. We also have 130 different countries represented. About 10% of our students are coming from outside of the US. So you're going to have a global perspective, both in your social circles and in your academic experience as a UT Spartan here. Now, we are a smaller school, as I mentioned, a medium-sized school with 9,600 students. So we have classes that are sized for learning. Our average class size is about 21. And I know that you're hearing a lot of numbers tonight. And as you're looking at other schools, I also encourage you to ask, what is your largest class on campus, right? Because there's many ways to spin these numbers. Our largest class accommodates 84 students. So I really mean it when I say that your classes are going to be on the smaller side, especially as you continue to go further in with your major. 90% of our faculty have the terminal degree in their field. And even though we do offer graduate programs, no graduate assistants or teacher's assistants will ever be leading your classes. So you're really going to create one-on-one relationships with your faculty, who again are experts in their area of study. Speaking about areas of study, we have over 200 major areas of study here at the University of Tampa. So there really is something for everyone, from the businesses to sciences to arts to education. You can see a few pictured here. The only thing that we do not offer is engineering or architecture, but everything else under the sun you're going to find here at UC. Now, we consider students for our honors program if they have an unweighted high school GPA of a 3.7 or higher, and you will be automatically considered for this honors program upon applying. So something to note as you're looking to make those applications this upcoming fall. And this photo is actually of Oxford University. So you might be wondering, that doesn't look like Florida. This is our program that we have through our honors program. We're one of 20 schools that has this partnership, and we select 3 students each semester to attend Oxford University for a unique study abroad experience. And of course, we have study abroad experiences for a variety of programs and disciplines, travel to over 60 different countries. I know it can be weird to think about international travel right now, but we're really monitoring the situations in each country to get these programs back up and running when it's safe to do so. Now, internships, of course, are a vital part of a hands-on experience that we embody here at UT. And we offer 1,000 internships annually through our Career Services Center. So they'll help you not only to find these opportunities, but also to apply for them as well. So whether it's crafting your resume, your cover letter, helping you dress for success for an interview, they're there for every step of the process. And here are just a few of the companies in the local Tampa Bay area that our students historically work with. As I mentioned, the many sports teams that are down here, Tampa Bay General Hospital, Moffitt Cancer Center, Mosaic, Tech Data, and so forth. And that was a little bit of a brief academic overview. I know I only have a few minutes here. So let's talk about the student life aspect of attending UT and what it means to become a UT Spartan. I look for students who are metropolitan. They enjoy downtown life, whether they grew up in an urban environment or not. They're excited to expand their social circle, be in a hustle and bustle environment. I also look for students who are active, who really want to be part of our active community here. And I don't just mean that physically, but I just mean that you're leaders in your community and you're becoming involved. But lastly, and most importantly, our students are independent. Our average domestic student travels over 900 miles away from home to attend UT. So it's really important that they can be good advocates for themselves. We have 27 dining options on campus, so here are just a few of the more recognized ones. We also have 12 residence halls and plenty of ways to get around campus. You're allowed to bring a car after your freshman year, so you might want to rely on our free bike rentals and zip car rentals as well. This is our fitness and recreation center when it's going to be complete in January. And please reach out to any coaches that you might be interested in their respective sports. But let me wrap up. I know I went through that rather quickly. Let's get to the application period. These are the 3 items that we're going to need from you and the 3 ways that you can apply. We're also test optional through spring of 2023, but we're really not considering these test scores when it comes to admission or for scholarship. It's only in really unique outlier circumstances. Friendly school as well. This is our early action deadline, so I just want to encourage you to apply early. I know I didn't get into the financial aid, but our cost is around $43,000, and we do offer merit scholarship and need-based aid as well. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Madison, for sharing that great information. And next up, we have Bridgewater College. And Jesse from Bridgewater, go ahead and grab screen share from me. We've got Bridgewater College, and then finally on deck, we've got Mississippi State University after that. Jesse, when they share screen share, we'll get started, but a reminder that you can send in your questions via that Q&A button at any point. Jesse, everything looks great. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, thank you guys. So like you say, my name is Jesse Bartley from Bridgewater College here in Virginia. I wanted to give you a quick idea of where Bridgewater is. So located in Virginia, we're about 3 hours from Washington, D.C., about 3 hours to get down to Virginia Beach. Pretty much 3 hours from Bridgewater, you can get anywhere you need to go in the state. So pretty nice if you want to go down to the beach for the weekend with your friends or up to DC through all the museums and everything. It's pretty easy to do that. But a quick overview of Bridgewater, our total enrollment is about 1,600 students this year. Pretty close to 50-50 split between males and females. A third of our students are NCAA athletes. I just graduated from Bridgewater back in May 2020, and I was a student athlete here at Bridgewater. And then I also put our mid-50 GPA and test scores on there, but same with as I believe everyone else on the video call today. We are test optional, so if you haven't been able to take your SAT or ACT yet, for Bridgewater purposes, you wouldn't have to submit scores if you don't want to. As far as academics go, over 50 majors and minors for you to choose from. I was a business administration major. The top 5 that you see there, those are our top 5 majors: business, biology, health and exercise science, psychology, and liberal studies. We do have 4 graduate programs: athletic training, digital media strategy, human resources management, and psychology for the mental health professions. To go back a little bit, I mentioned our total enrollment was about 1,600 students. So definitely if you're looking for a school with small class sizes, small laid back environment where you're going to get to meet a lot of students, have that one-on-one with your professors, Bridgewater is definitely that. Our average class size is 19. So looking back on my own personal experience at Bridgewater as a student, I think I only had one class that went over 30 students, and my smallest class was, I believe, 6 or 7 students. So it really just depends on what your major is and how far along you are in the program, but really sticking to that 19-20 average for academics. As far as student life goes, one thing about Bridgewater that's probably different from other colleges is we are fully residential. So you live here on campus all 4 years. Usually students live in a dorm the first 2 years, and then after that we have apartments that you can move into. I enjoyed living on campus every year I was a student just because you don't have to worry about a lease or renting or utilities or grocery shopping, all of that. We have one dining hall on campus with an unlimited meal plan. So you can come and go out of there as many times as you like throughout the day, 200 times a day if you wanted to. Over 60 clubs and organizations for you to join. Intramurals are really popular on campus. In the photo there, that is from flag football. But we have badminton, bowling, basketball, soccer, cornhole, spike ball, anything you could think of with intramurals. We are a Division III school with 23 NCAA teams. If you're interested in playing a sport at Bridgewater, definitely go ahead and reach out to the coaches directly. And then we do have a marching band coming this fall. That's something that is going to be brand new, adding to Bridgewater. So I'm really excited for that. We do have a pep band that's going to sort of transition over to a marching band, and they bring a lot of excitement to a lot of our athletic events and just in general on campus. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about financial aid. That's a big part of college. I know it was for me. So right now our tuition, room and board and everything is just about $51,000, but there's 3 types of aid available to you. That first piece there is the institutional aid, and you can see that's going to be a big chunk of your financial aid. So those are scholarships that Bridgewater gives out to you based on your merit, which is the higher your GPA is, the more money you're eligible to receive with those scholarships. They start at $21,000 and go up to $30,000. And then we do have the President's Merit Award, which is full tuition scholarships. If you're out of the state of Virginia, Bridgewater is going to give you $3,500 right off the bat. Money that you do not have to pay back. Same with the merit scholarships. If you do live in the state of Virginia, though, don't worry about it. You'll be eligible for the VTAG grant, Virginia Tuition Assistance Grant that comes from the state of Virginia. That's usually $3,500. 2-3 page form that you fill out just to sort of verify your address. Third piece there is going to be the federal form, so the FAFSA form. That'll open up for you guys October 1st of your senior year. So pretty quick turnaround to get the FAFSA and applications and all of that sorted out. 99% of our students receive aid. 28,000 was actually the average aid for this past school year, the 2020-2021 school year. And then you'll see the chart there. 75% of our first year students received more than $30,000, which is amazing. Want to make sure that college is affordable for you guys, and I loved Bridgewater. It was a great experience for me, so hopefully you'll find that out yourself. But with the admissions application, you can fill out the Bridgewater specific application or the Common App. They're both free, a pretty easy process. It'll take you about 15 minutes to fill out the application. No teacher recommendation, no essay is required. I mentioned test optional earlier, so if you haven't taken the SAT or ACT yet for Bridgewater, you wouldn't have to. Rolling admission. So once you apply, send in your supplemental items there listed below. You'll have a decision back within 2 weeks. So like I said, a pretty quick turnaround to get your application in, your admissions decision, as well as your financial aid with the FAFSA form. We start sending out the FAFSA packages about middle of December. So potentially by January, you could have all the information that you need to make your college decision. So that was a really quick, brief overview of Bridgewater. That's my contact information if you all have any sort of extra questions or anything you'd like me to expand on. Our campus is open for visitors, so if you're interested in coming for a visit, definitely check out our website online, and we hope to see you guys on campus soon.
Great. Thank you so much, Jesse, for sharing that information. And last but not least, in this 6x6 grouping, we've got Mississippi State University. So Mississippi State, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as a reminder, students, you can ask your questions at any point through the rest of this session. We've got about 10 minutes more, so Grant will take it over here for the next presentation.
Awesome. Well, good deal. I hope you guys can see my screen. Thanks, Zach. I do appreciate that. As he said, my name is Grant Nairn. I have had the privilege of serving as the Assistant Director of Recruitment at Mississippi State University. This is actually my 6th year in working with the university, and I am located here in Virginia. I actually live in Alexandria and work with students from the Virginia and DMV area. So super excited to work with you guys, and thank you for taking the time to join us this evening and learn a little bit more about all of us. So just to kind of give you some background information on Mississippi State University, we were founded in 1878 as Mississippi A&M, standing for Agricultural and Mechanics. So the agricultural component and then mechanics being that engineering component. But since then, we've also acquired a plethora of different majors and now offering over 180 different majors, and we'll talk about those here in just a little bit. To give you where we're at in size, we are at about 23,000 students on our campus. So we are a large Southeastern Conference school. So we are Division I athletics, but we've never won a national championship except in academics. We still give you that huge feeling of being a part of something big at a national name recognition, but still small enough that our classroom student to faculty ratio is still 17-1. An average class size for entering freshmen is 45 students. So again, still large, but also small and providing those intimate learning environments. We do have about 4,200 acres of campus. We are the largest institution in the state of Mississippi, but a lot of that is because and a result of being a tier 1 research, top 100 Carnegie research institution. Those are a bunch of fancy words for research opportunities as undergraduate students. We provide undergraduate students coming in their freshman year those opportunities to help make themselves more marketable for postgraduate or for graduate school, postgraduate plans. So whether you enter the job market or entering any other force. So just to give you that background knowledge. As I said earlier, we offer a plethora of different majors. We have over 180. They're broken into different academic colleges here. Some of our strong suits, as I said, are the agricultural component, the engineering component, architecture, and forest resources. So those just name a few. Obviously, we have veterinary medicine as well. And so we have all of these different options for students to get involved and get plugged in with a lot of flexibility built in for that as well. So we definitely encourage you to get involved in some type of research. It is definitely not required, but it is recommended. You will probably write a research paper at some point or another, but we definitely encourage you to take that and run with that. So to let you know where we are located, we're actually located in Starkville, Mississippi. So it's where that lovely little star is on your screen. So it's about an 18-hour from Virginia. Like I said, I live in Alexandria. So, you know, during COVID, I've been driving and not flying back. So that's great. Get you a great Spotify list. Or, you know, if you like a good podcast, it's a great option for that. If you do want to fly, we're surrounded by 3 huge international airports in Memphis, Jackson, and in Birmingham. But we also have a regional airport that's about 15 minutes from campus with a free shuttle system for you that will pick you up. So awesome opportunities there. We are a small college town. We're a rural college town, but we're a top 25 in the nation college town. Basically, the community of Starkville will make it your home away from home and they'll surround you and put their arms around you and make it your home away from home. One of the things I like to tell students is, like, you know, you learn just as much outside of the classroom as you do inside of the classroom. And we have over 450 student organizations. So I promise you, you can probably find something that you can plug in and get involved in, network yourself, and meet other students across the university as well. So at Mississippi State, with non-resident tuition and fees, we actually cost a whopping $35,000 per year. That is our cost of attendance. That's tuition, fees, housing, meal plan, and all other costs associated. But it is my job to work directly with you to help bring that cost as low as possible to make it as affordable as possible for you. So this just kind of lays out some of the different scholarship opportunities that we have listed. Obviously, we have some merit-based scholarships. We have need-based scholarship based on FAFSA submission. And then we also have leadership and service scholarships. So we definitely just encourage you to put out that application, because you never know what chips may fall in your court if you don't apply. So one of the ones I really like to point out, there's 2 on here: student body president. If you're student body president at your high school, we're going to give you $6,000. So start making those posters now and run for student body president next year. We also offer a veterans waiver. So if you are the dependent of a veteran, whether that service member is active or they are retired, as long as they are retired in good standing, we will fully waive your out-of-state costs. So we will give you a $15,500 scholarship so that you will only be billed as an in-state student. So just something to kind of think there. We wanted to reward families for their sacrifice and also the students for that sacrifice as well. So we are actually open. We're following all CDC guidelines. You can visit campus officially in person, or you can do virtual. I tell students, take advantage of the virtual opportunities. This was not something that existed just shy of a year ago. So we definitely encourage you to do that. But we also encourage you to get your feet on campus as you narrow down your decision. We would love to have you, whatever that looks like for you. We just want to make sure to help you out. If you are interested in applying to Mississippi State, the application for the class of 2022 will open up on August 1st at midnight Central Time, so 1 our time. That's always fun and lovely. Very late, get you a cup of coffee, it'll be great. You can fill out our general application through our institution, Common App, or coalition. We need the application fee and the high school transcripts. We are test optional for class of 21, and we will be class optional for the class of 22 for admissions purposes. But we encourage you, if you do have access, to take advantage of testing, because there are some significant merit-based scholarships that are automatic awards based on test scores and GPA. So again, that's up to you, but there are plenty of opportunities. Here's my contact information. As I said, I live here in the DC area. So if you ever need anything, please feel free to let me know. You can scan that QR code if you're interested in learning more information about us. And with that, I'm actually going to hand it back over to Zach.
Great. Thanks so much, Grant, for that great information. I'm going to encourage all my colleagues to turn their cameras on. We've got just a few minutes to do one round robin question. So we're going to ask all of our great admissions representatives who are here to help you through the process, what advice do they have in giving as they work with students as they're going through the process? So think about, for the juniors and underclassmen, what tips or advice do you have for those students? We're going to go in the exact same order that we presented in. So I'm going to go ahead and stop share here, put us into gallery mode. And first up, we've got Carly. Carly, your video is not on, but you'll, if you can join us.
Hey, I'm still here. For some reason, I can't get my camera to cut back on.
Oh, no.
Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can. What advice do you have for students as they're starting the search process?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So my advice for you guys as you're starting this college process is to go visit the schools that you want, that you're thinking about. Make sure that when you get on campus, like, you'll know when it feels right. So make sure you guys are going and visiting those different schools and universities and talking with your admissions team to find out what's going on campus.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Next up, Jerry, some advice that you've got for students as they are going through the process.
Absolutely. A lot of students aren't sure if they want to attend an engineering school. We have a 1-week summer camp for students to attend. You would basically go to South Dakota School of Mines and attend classes just as you would in the fall. It would give you a flavor of what to expect from engineering classes, as well as the culture of the area in the Black Hills. Thank you.
Great, excellent. Dr. Nance, some advice for students as they're going through the process.
I share Jerry's sentiment. We are also offering test trial or test run classes this summer so that students can kind of get acclimated to being in college and finding out what it's like to take classes at Catawba. So definitely take that opportunity. And also, just as Carly mentioned, it is very important to go out and visit those colleges and see if you actually feel best suited for that campus. So that would be my best advice. And keep your foot on the gas in your last year.
Good advice. Great. Madison, some advice you've got.
I would say just have fun with it. I know it can be very intimidating and you can start to overthink things, and it really can be an intense process, but don't get so into it that you're forgetting to enjoy the rest of high school that you have to enjoy. And yeah, just have fun with the process, and you can always, starting early is great because you don't feel as rushed.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Jesse, some advice you've got.
My advice would be to visit small schools, visit large schools, visit far away from home if you're thinking of going, miles and miles away from home, or if you want to stay local. But just go visit schools, and like Madison said, definitely just have fun with your senior year. Visit campuses with friends. I've had, teammates come and visit together, or classmates come and visit together. So just include your friends and your family and your teachers in your search too.
Great, thank you for that. And finally, Grant, some advice that you've got for the juniors and underclassmen.
Gonna give you guys very quickly because I think I have less than a minute. But biggest thing is just to, at the end of the day, remember what is. I don't believe there's a right or a wrong decision. I do believe that there is a best decision, and it's whatever is best for you. And so at the end of the day, take us all out of your heads, take your parents out of your head, and decide, hey, what is best for me?
That's such great advice. And if I may share one as well, these folks that are on today's webinar and that are doing these virtual events are resources for you. Use them, ask them questions, email them, call them. They want to hear from you. That is their job, is to help you through this process. This is brand new for you. You should not know all the answers to these questions, but you've got some wonderful resources on today's fair and throughout the process that we encourage you to utilize as you're navigating the college search process. So thank you so much for joining us for this hour of the virtual college fair. As you close this window, a very brief 4-question survey will appear. We ask for your feedback. We also want you to sign up for more sessions, strivescan.com/Virginia. We've got one more hour of this virtual college fair. So check out the next hour's worth of sessions and also check out the recordings. See all of these admissions reps, reach out to them with questions that you may have. And thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.